Let's talk about imposter syndrome for a second. I've been meeting with amazing women recently. I always do. I'll meet with women who are just like you, either in a group setting, one to one, friends. It doesn't even matter what type of setting. I'm always surrounded by phenomenally talented women, women who are high achievers, top in their industry, has climbed the ladder. These women have, that are truly innovative and just the talent and knowledge and skill that they bring to the table is mind-blowing. It's so impressive. And yet when we sit down and we have these honest moments together, which is sometimes hard to do, right? Because you don't know who to trust and who will just get it, right? When you find someone who gets it and you start having those honest conversations, what I'm finding over and over and over again, and I want to give you this knowledge so that you can step out of this pattern, is that those talented women just like you will look at me and say, I've got a lot of imposter syndrome, Katrina. I don't feel like I can take my eye off of my career because I feel like I'm an imposter. I'm not good enough. So I have two really important things to say about that. The first thing is, we as human beings have a strong desire to name everything. We think if we name it, we can understand it better. And logically, that makes sense, right? But when we name something, many times we then use that as an excuse. It's named, it's known, and now I can use it as a crutch or an excuse for why I'm doing what I'm doing. So we simply say, oh, imposter syndrome is a term that we now use in society, and I understand what it is. Oh, I have that. It's sort of like being a medical student, right? And you're learning about all the diseases, and now you think that you have each and every one of those. I'm not saying that any of you, or you in particular, are like that, or the women that I work with are like that, but when it comes to imposter syndrome, we tend to gravitate to that a lot more than men, especially. And then we use it as a reason for why we're staying stuck in our careers. Well, I have imposter syndrome and it's sort of hard for me to get over, so here I am. No. Imposter syndrome, great, it's a term. What does it mean? It means that we don't feel like we're enough in our jobs. Okay. It means that we're running around trying to figure out what to do so that we can feel safe and secure. Okay. But let me be abundantly clear. And this is the second thing I want you to understand. You're not an imposter. You're not. An imposter means that they come across like they know what they're doing, that they have it all figured out, and that, hey, look at me, I'm amazing. Now, I can tell you that is not who you are. If you believe you have imposter syndrome, that is not your personality. So imposter syndrome isn't your problem. You're not walking in the door saying, I'm amazing, look at me, I have so much to offer, you should think the world of me. No. What you're doing is you're walking in the door going, I don't know it all. I've got a lot to learn. Let me build relationships. Let me be a good leader. Let me show the 10 attributes of being an irreplaceable asset. Let me display those and give daily value. And hopefully I can be the asset that you need me to be. It's that humble approach. Right? That's the way you're approaching it. Because here's the deal. If you truly knew all the things you needed to do to be successful in your career, both in a promotion and then just to stay secure and stable, honestly, transparently, my company wouldn't exist. If the world knew what it took to be successful and secure in their careers, then I wouldn't have to teach you anything because it would be common knowledge. The point I'm making is that it's not common knowledge. You were not alone. You didn't miss out on something. You didn't miss the boat. You didn't miss that day in class at school, the day you were absent, that one day. Right? It's not what's going on here. You're not an imposter because that's not the way you carry yourself. And you don't know how to maintain your career success and get security because you're uncertain of the actions to take. And it's not common knowledge. And you haven't failed because you don't know it. So I want you to step out of this mindset and this perspective that you're an imposter because you're not. It's not who you are. Step out of it right now. Let go of that because that's not your identity. And step into the next step, which is figuring out how to be that irreplaceable asset. That is the next step for you. It's a logical step. And so I would invite you to come and learn how to become an irreplaceable asset so that you don't feel like an imposter, you show up humbly, and you have the knowledge and information that you deserve to have to really and truly create career success and security and not do all the time wasters and all the time fillers. You deserve that. So come learn it.